Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yes, in Mexico.
Oh, Mexico!
I'm so excited, but not really.
Yeah.
Nothing about Mexico. It's just that so many housewives have gone to Mexico in the last few years. I want them to expand.
Why are you lying nothing about Mexico?
Because we might have Mexican viewers.
We just aren't, we've never really vacation in Mexico. That doesn't appeal to us.
Yeah.
Everyone always says, oh, it's great, it's cheap, and no. But, being at a resort the entire time isn't really our thing. And
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Mexico City, though, was very pretty. Yeah. That's the other thing, too. They never, go to other parts. It's just
right.
Like
that one.
Like spring breakers every year.
Remember that? Wasn't there that Gen Z vacation show we watched where they all did cooking in Mexico City?
Right.
Yeah, that looked nice.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes.
My boss was trying to get me to go to Puerto Vallarta. He was like, oh, you and Jeff would love it. It would be great. I'm like, oh, wasn't that the place where your friends got stabbed walking back to the resort? He's like, well, yeah, but that doesn't happen every time. I'm like, well, the fact that it happened at all.
Not every time. But yeah, gays love Mexico too. They love going,
TV, yeah.
TV, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have to say, wherever they're staying looks very nice. I mean,
it does.
It looked like it was very branded. It looked like Demolition Man in the future. Where and in the future, everything is Viva Land or whatever.
Yes.
So anyway.
Viva La Vida, tequila.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
A lot happened in this episode, but not at all. Nothing happened in this episode.
But then
at the same time.
It was a lot of, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
So before even going, Mary had to stop by and say she'd be late.
Before even going,
yeah.
Thanks for joining us. If you're new,
you're doing
subscribe. We love having people here. We like comments. Thank you for that. We like an interaction back and forth. So
I mean, honest to God, we are shocked that just by asking for comments, y'all are commenting.
Yes.
We figured what can we do to stop you? But just since mentioning, hey, give us some comments. You guys are giving us comments. Yes. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully we're responding in kind. Though sometimes I'm just looking, I read it and go, yeah, that's good. And I like it.
Yeah.
I may not have an actual thing back to say, but I'm like, yeah, I agree. I
think a too is I've acknowledged you, and thank you. But honestly, thank you. It's just really funny that people listen to us and want to say hey.
Yeah. And agree or disagree with us.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But back to Salt Lake.
Mary
stopped by Angie's house.
So emotional. Again, things I did not have on my bingo card. This friendship, this, what's happening to Mary, the fact that she's opening up so much. Mm-hmm. The fact that even though she's going through all this, she's like, I'm going to find a way to make sure my family's good and I'm going to come on the trip. Mary would not have come on a trip in seasons past. It's really just so refreshing.
Do you know what sealed the deal was and really reassured her that everything would be okay? It was the pinky swear.
The pinky swear.
Pinky swear. I'm only telling you and everyone on TV.
Yeah. But that Angie won't tell anybody. And that's...
I think that, if anyone were to go talking trash about some that's deeply deep stuff. Yes. But also, for the way Mary has been in the past, you would not betray her.
No.
Because there's coming back.
She'll burn your house down. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. So I think it's equal parts I love you, you're my friend, and also I'm afraid of you.
Yeah.
So this definitely stays between us. And there's no need to... It's not a gossipy point, So, and I guess she shows up. Mary does on the day 2 of the trip.
Right.
So, but it was just, it's so sad and, about Robert Jr. and, hopefully he's getting the help that he needs and, just want them to be okay. And
I was worried for a minute that Mary was going to kind of snap back at Angie when Angie was like, there's nothing you could have done, and she was trying to comfort her by saying this could have happened to anybody.
Right.
There's nothing you did as a mother to make this happen. But, Mary tends to, once she gets it in her head that things are a certain way, she doesn't want to hear them a different way.
Right.
And so for Angie to suggest that, it's not Mary's fault, I thought Mary might be like, no, it's absolutely my fault. I could have done something, I was the head of a church for crying out loud, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
I think also, too, the fact that Angie could relate to her, given the fact that her mother had issues with addiction and, it was really a nice,
Yeah, but at the same time, Mary could have been like, my mother didn't have a problem with addiction.
Well, no, my mother just ignored us.
Yeah, true.
They didn't care about us. Like, that's also like a well of
I'm just saying the way Brittany was trying to relate, and it went poorly. You never know when somehow trying to relate to Mary goes poorly.
Yeah, well, Brittany always manages to take the wrong track.
Are you talking about her hair?
Yeah, there's tracks of her tears, her dry hair. They need some treatment.
At work today, someone, we had a leadership conference I had to sit in all day. Someone was pointing out one of my coworkers and was like, do you think she has like extensions too? And I was like, think so. And I was like, damn it, if Jeff was here,
I would be able to tell you for sure. Yeah.
So tomorrow at our holiday party,
plan her out.
Yeah, I don't think she does. And I think you'll agree when I tell you who I'm talking.
Is it very long?
It's longer than it's used to being. We'll talk.
Okay.
You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I just can't say her name because it's very unique.
Right.
So anyway.
Much like very unique name like our friend in LA.
Yes.
You know who you are. Thank you for watching. We love your love for us and we love you back. And we appreciate that even though you don't watch these shows, you're like, I'm going to watch these videos. And, it's really nice and very sweet. And
very nice.
All the things.
Yeah. And for those of you who are curious, I'm still feeling under the weather, but Dayquil's managing it, so doing okay.
Yeah, and it's not COVID. You took it.
It's not COVID.
You're negative.
Yeah, I am negative on COVID.
Yeah, so that's good.
So they go to the airport.
They go to the airport. Typical, like, let's watch everyone get out of their cars. Bronwyn steps on Luce's toes and gives a gift. Cute gifts, though.
Yeah, they were cute. And then reveals that she was mauled by a
That's
dog.
Crazy. I'm surprised that she went on the trip. I would have been like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the bite wound, puncture mark
all over, like arms, legs. Like, I'm sure that was like tetanus, like shots.
Is probably rabies shots.
Rabies shots.
All of it, I'm sure. So,
gosh.
I don't think I would have gone on a trip.
That's why we don't have a dog.
No, what?
Because you go to the dog park, you get mauled by like some random dog.
That's no.
Watch out, people.
Oh, no. Now you're being all dog phobic. No. You don't need to be afraid of anything else. Come on. Dogs are wonderful.
That would be scary as F. The fact the owner like wasn't paying attention, was on his phone, and his dog is like just like coming after Bronwyn. It's like, what do you do? I
mean, what Bronwyn didn't tell you is she was dressed like a dog bone.
She just picked Tana from the airport.
Yes. She'd smeared pate all over her leg. No, I joke. I'm sure she was minding her own business. And
yeah. That's
I did notice. I made mental note that they all flew first class, but
yes,
it was clearly like a Delta flight. I would say because that looked like inside of a Delta plane.
The seats look like
And I'm telling you, that first class. I mean, I know it's first class and it's it's not coach for sure, but like that first class is like one step up from,
the first class wasn't classing. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, to sit there like and make a huge stink about that, on the way back from Palm Springs, like if that's what you were eating was just like you wanted to sit next to one person and not two, and it's like such a
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But so then they land and
they get right to it with like the villa assignments. It's like, so it's Heather. Oh, okay. Also, as much as we didn't need Lisa's little explanation at the end of last week's episode, like here's who hates who. I didn't need like this is how we know who hates who's not getting along. It made perfect sense how you split up the villas. It's how the couches are split up at the reunion too. So like duh. Yeah. So, but like I don't understand why Bronwyn was so hurt about it.
Yeah, I don't really either. Like it makes sense. I mean, play the game, girl.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense that she would be, I get how she could be a little irritated that you put me into a villa with people that don't want to talk to me. Like it's not very nice to begin with, especially when you don't like Brittany.
Right.
So it's like, why not?
Well, no, Lisa's fine with Brittany, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was all...
probably take her or leave her.
But I think it was, as Whitney was saying, she was using Brittany as a pawn.
Yeah.
To Lisa's still irritated at Bronwyn, and I'm kind of, no, there's no way Brittany would have been in that other villa because Yeah, Mary, Angie don't like her. I think Whitney's fine with her, but like,
Yeah.
it would have been awkward.
I think that, either way, I think Bronwyn, someone was to get, in a situation they didn't want to be in, and Bronwyn was definitely being...
She wasn't feeling well, but I don't understand the need to...
Yeah, she's being a little bit of a crybaby. And in the end, like, when even when, like, Heather was saying, like, what do you want her to do? She's like, well, nothing. It's just like, okay, you just wanted to be dramatic. Okay.
Well, but then the whole, when Whitney says... rightfully so, just, say, I'm sorry that you feel this way. And Lisa's like, well, I'm not going to do that just because you tell me. I'm not going to apologize or act like somebody tells me to act. But then at the end, Lisa tells Angie, make up with her, make it good with Brittany. It's like, if I was interested, I'd be like, I won't do that because that's not how I feel, Lisa. Taking a page out of your...
Lisa.
Out of your book. By the way, Lisa did a great Bronwyn impersonation.
She really did. Like, the point where I thought, like, did they, like, overdub Bronwyn's voice? They take a Frankenbite of Bronwyn and put it over Lisa's mouth?
She has a good Whitney and a good Bronwyn.
I mean, the Bronwyn just seems to be a little bit breathy and a little bit...
It's a little bit
condescending. Like, I don't think I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah.
So...
But I feel bad because, like, that, I can tell, and also because she said it on the Owl Files, that is her anxiety, those little quirks. And I think when she's like putting her head down and doing this, it's like she's feeling very anxious. So I apologize for that little imitation there, because that's, I can see it. Even before she said it on the Owl Files, I was like, there's tics that she has that aren't quirkiness, and I think there's more to it, and so it made sense when she said, it's my anxiety.
Yeah.
So
I like that now for like the third time in a row, she's just pretty much gone up to people that she doesn't like and been like, I don't really like you.
Yeah.
Like to Whitney and to Whitney and Heather, or Angie, like, you guys aren't talking to me right now. And like, really, like, she kept saying to them, like, I don't be over here with you guys. Like, that's essentially what she was saying. And I like that she's like, it really is zero F's given.
Yes, totally.
And
but still given, because she was still hurt by Lisa, but then she was ready to like clap back, and I like that she riled Lisa up.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like, few people do, because normally this is like, whatever, you don't mean anything to me. But like, Bronwyn was like, knows how to like push and say it in a really good way that really smacks home the point.
Well, I think a lot of it is like Lisa wants to just get the last word and right and be like, I'm, morally superior. And then Bronwyn just keeps bringing up things.
She keeps going. Bronwyn wants the last word too.
Well, and keeps bringing up things that Lisa can't argue with. Lisa's like, and like, if I argue with it, then I'm not morally superior. And if I don't argue with it, I lose. Like, so it's like, does not compute.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. I just love how they walked from the drinks over there still arguing. And
and the poor host is like, hello. Like, yeah.
And then you called it. I forgot all about it. That, once they sat down to dinner, that Meredith was just like smugly looking.
So smug. Meredith. I'm glad they got to a good place by the end of the episode, but for the majority of the episode, I was so over Meredith, and will continue to be so, because she is just so irritating. Like,
I was so waiting for Angie to, like, in the exchange of, is that what I said? Is that what I said? Like, I was waiting for that exchange. Like, I did not say that, because she did not say that.
She didn't. She was like, I brought a gift to your thing, you didn't bring one to mine, but she never said like, give me back my shampoo.
Right.
And I doubt she knew about the keratin.
Yeah, she has keratin in her hair. Doesn't everyone have keratin in their hair?
I don't even know what that means.
I think it's a coloring. I think like keratin is like carrot. I'm gonna sneeze again. This is not fair. Sorry.
Well, you have a cold.
I know, but I'm a professional. I'm not a professional podcaster, but I shouldn't. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Let's see. That was 10.
Or 15 minutes, so that way I can remember 15 minutes and I'll cut that damn thing out.
Okay.
No, I think keratin is what helps in color-treated hair.
Oh.
Yeah, but whatever.
Meredith's hair looks like it's on shaky ground. Like her extensions never look good. Like, it's just, her posture's not good. Like, it's just, I don't understand why she was so riled up and so triggered, because look, yes, Monica, let's go back to last year.
Monica,
where this started. Yes, because even though Monica was saying, I heard these things about Sean and him having boyfriends in Salt Lake, the other women did, namely Meredith, like, propel the rumor. I don't think I'm remembering that wrong,
No.
I mean,
don't think you are.
I don't want to go back and watch the season, but I think that she was, because she didn't like Angie at that point. She tried to like get her not to come to the Palm Springs trip that year. And so, yeah, I think she like was okay and helped also engage in the Greek mafia rumor. So Angie's not coming out of nowhere and she's saying,
right.
When she yelled at Meredith and talked about, saying that she sleeps with everybody, piggybacking off of Lisa's thing about you slept with half of New York. It starts there. It goes further back, a season before.
I think in general, not everyone. I feel like that there's a loose definition of slut-shaming going on there.
It is, yeah.
Even to the point where I think Heather felt fed up and had to like, that's not what she would, like, even Bronwyn and Heather were like, that's not what she was saying. Like, they were both kind of defending her, Bronwyn more so than Heather. But I
thought it was funny that Heather actually did speak up and say, like, you're offended by the fact that she brought a bottle of wine when you drink all the time. You're offended by the fact,
someone's calling you loose or easy.
When you talk about all your boyfriends and you showed us your
crotchless lingerie.
Yes, in Milwaukee. And then for Britney to turn around like, I want us all to be sex positive and da-da-da-da.
Sex forward.
Sex forward. No, she did say sex positive, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, don't try to stand on that soapbox, ma'am. That's not what this is about.
Right.
And you're trying to rearrange it, and that's not what it's about.
But I think in the end, Meredith did a good job of kind of walking back, like, and saying, maybe I didn't have all the information, but regardless.
And the fact that Bronwyn was like, no, Britney did start it way before she called her slutty, like, and insinuated that, like, Angie was cheating on her husband and whatever. So
it's all just a big sloppy mess, and I'm glad they got through the bulk of it.
But I wanted Britney to pipe down. Like, she kept jumping in, and it's like, amen. And I'm like, just stop.
Well, that's what made Whitney's comment about like Britney not realizing she's a pawn in this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
like
she can't see it. She's that clueless.
Yeah. She's like, oh, we're maybe we're just friends with we're good friends now, and it's like, or maybe you're not.
Yeah. Or the whole like, she likes you better than me, and like, well, I'm not changing rooms. It's like, Bronwyn doesn't want your damn room. That's not the point.
I would still like to know, and this goes back to all the other seasons.
Yeah.
What is so flinging fascinating about Lisa Barlow? Like, why does everyone want to be up inside, like, on her lap and just, like, her best friend?
At one point, all these women have wanted to be close to Lisa Barlow. It's so weird.
It is so weird. Like, I can't think
Except Mary. Mary's the only one who's never been, like, into that. But, like, Jen, Heather, Whitney, Angie, Meredith, of course, they were best friends starting out. They've all, and now Bronwyn, all are like drawn to this woman's like orange spray tan lights.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. Like, she's not that great.
Yeah.
I think now it would be more so because she's a fan favorite. You want to be close to her. But even before the show got popular, they were all just like battling out to be like, I'm Lisa's best friend. It's like,
do they have like long lost relatives they need Lisa to find? Is that what I make use of her detective skills? Like,
Sherlock Holmes.
It is really strange. It's the same way everyone wanted to be all up with Jen Shaw. I don't understand. Like, we have a pretty good diverse group of friends, and we have like a tight group of friends as well, like in different, Venn diagrams of them. But I don't know anyone that any one of our friends would just be like, I gotta be besties with them.
Yeah.
Just so weird.
It's really, really odd to like be like duking it out with another person, another adult person, over your friendship or your closeness or how close your room is. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's the thing about Bronwyn. I like her a lot, and I just didn't like how clingy and like, just juvenile it made her seem. Like, I want to be closer to you, Lisa. Oh,
it should have been just, she should have started off with saying, this is not about the room, but I feel like we are not close anymore, and you've been kind of dinging me and poking at me and not
acknowledging it. Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of like, saying, oh, everything's great, when really it's not great. And I'm not going to use the word gaslight.
Yeah. I'm over that.
Because freaking Meredith, she's at the beginning of the episode, and I'm like, stop it. No one's gaslighting you.
Oh, the whole Marks family scene.
I cannot with that entire Ozer family, as freaking Lisa said.
Yeah,
family that poses.
Yeah, not that they're. Yeah, I get you. Not that they're like poseurs.
Well, I don't know. Seth could be a bit of a poser.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to be like, stop clamoring to be your own best friend. Don't look for Lisa Barlow to be your friend.
I agree.
You know, like I wouldn't trust Lisa Barlow as far as I can throw her. Because eventually she's going to turn on me, get the group to turn on me. Like, she's not a trustworthy good friend. Even though she'll state, like, till the cows come home about how great a friend she is. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
Not seeing it. Never seen it.
Like, does she give people things? Like, does she just bribe you to be her friend? Like, if you're Lisa's friend, does she just, like, throw $100 bills at you when you walk down the street? Like, I just don't understand, like, what that whole thing
she's
would
not
be about.
Sweet. She's not nice. I mean, like, she's great to her own family, but I just don't see any time that she's been, like, close to the other women in whatever season it may be, that she was just like, you know, I don't know. I just wouldn't trust it.
I have to say, she did, when she got her, like, screamy voice on, she did quiet the table down and get them refocused.
Why can't we speak in that?
Like, that is... I know that I have a voice when I get actually emotional, and
yes.
I think everyone probably does. But is that really Lisa's? Like, hey, everybody!
That she does, like, she just, like...
starts to shake.
Yeah.
It's like she's about to, like, Incredible Hulk.
Go from orange to green. Like, yeah, she gets...
Yeah.
She got very agitated. And,
but I guess it worked.
Yeah.
So, wow, we've actually really polished this down to a couple of key points. And
yes.
Just basically everyone wants to be Lisa's best friend.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why.
Don't get it. Don't get it.
If you have your theories, say so in the comments.
Yes, please. Like, we want to hear from the Lisa Barlow fans. Like, why are you just so, like, in love with Baby Gorgeous?
Yeah, I mean, do you need... and if I hear one more Vita Tequila placement...
If I hear her sing one more time, like,
you've been seeing her on social media
all the time, everywhere. Her singing like Last Christmas,
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
This is for you, John Barlow.
It's the fact that she does this little dance. It's almost akin to the Silence of the Lambs. Like, well, yeah,
yeah, yes.
To
be clear, we're not calling Lisa Barlow a fictional serial killer.
No, but she dances like one. And I don't know if she has a well in her basement. I don't know. I mean, only she knows that for sure.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Or it gets really bad skin. Or it has to have glam all the time.
I've gone to Saint-Tropez. I've glam here. I've glam... Yeah.
I wear glam to the supermarket.
Anyway. Gosh. What else happened? So May Lee wasn't there.
Yeah. Do you want to just take down May Lee?
I'm sorry.
They've edited her out of the show as it is.
Like, you're not at the reunion.
Yeah. But leave that one thumb.
She's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, well, I'm going to cover her up.
Yeah.
We think he should try for a snowflake, so that's why we put that there.
Yeah, but it's not happening. It's not. It's just a great...
that didn't go the way I wanted it. Woo!
It's my new microphone cover.
I need to follow up on this.
Yeah.
So, I think on that note, I think we're done talking about Salt Lake. I don't think there's anything else to cover.
Yeah, so there'll be more fighting next week, it appears. Mary shows up, wants dessert.
I mean, that's a good thing to want.
Yeah.
I hope, honestly, that Whitney and Heather start getting more screen.
Oh, I realized Whitney has really been absent for... she's been there in episodes, but like she hasn't really been featured much.
Yeah,
it makes sense why she's at the end of the couch at the reunion, because she's just kind of like coasting along, like making faces at Angie.
She's working for those good little interjections. I mean, she wore in different episodes she wore the bang toupee, and then
that was like her best moment of the season, just like the imitation of Meredith.
But even in this, just her like kind of cackling about Brittany not understanding she's a pawn. Like I like it. It just adds a nice little section of levity.
Yeah, she's like the audience, like, girl, you a pawn.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think we should go ahead and talk about this next time.
Until next time.